So the birds that Pandemonium specializes in are primarily birds from New Guinea. And that, we do that for a variety of reasons. New Guinea has a huge amount of the world's biodiversity in this one landmass. Conservation is incredibly challenging in New Guinea, and most conservation groups have pulled out. It's challenging for a variety of reasons. It's culturally not part of the ethos there. It's land rights make it very difficult to have protected land. There's a lot of tribal warfare. These are some of the most important birds in the world, if you can rank importance, which I think is probably questionable. But in my mind, they're very important for a number of reasons. In regards to the crown pigeons, they are the equivalent of the dodo of the 1600s because they're the world's largest pigeon. They are totally dependent on the forests, and so when the forests are cut down in order to make way for palm oil plantations, which is what did the dodo in, they really can't survive. And yet that seems to be the way that New Guinea is going. And in the case of the green-necked pheasant pigeons, there were only 32 left in all the world's zoos. And that's when I did an evaluation of the species that we had, returned many of them to places that I thought could breed them better than I could, and made the decision that it was imperative to have a species focus rather than an individual rescue focus. The population of humans is increasing so dramatically, and the places that we're taking to live are those that belonged to other species. It would be a real tragedy if we were to lose even one species, let alone the vast numbers that are being projected to be lost. There's so much to be learned from them that from a purely selfish standpoint, it's important to protect them. And that doesn't even take into consideration our long history with them, where they've influenced our art, our science. You know, helicopters are based on bird models. The experience that we have falling in love and being loved by our dogs and cats is just a small portion of the type of relationship that occurs when an animal that retains the wild in it has that relationship with you. Because what that does is it helps us remember the wild in us. My belief is that the model of conservation that Pandemonium has is one that can be replicated for many other species. I think we need to get out of the mindset that we have to go to another country in order to do work that saves the earth. At some point, if we could afford to put most of our breeding birds some other place, then I would view my function more as one introducing people to some of these species. Because we save what we know, and we love what we know, and we save what we love.